Hello, everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I know people read it. So I'm wondering, where are you here? So I have someone here. If you can come to the chat so I know who is here, kindly come to the chat box and welcome. Aye. So there was someone here, they left now. Oh, okay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we are here. We're looking forward to have two clients who will be sharing about how diet has affected their lifestyle and help them to heal and recover from different diseases. So welcome. Welcome everyone. As we get here, kindly like the live. Like. Kindly like as we continue. Hi Helen. Awesome. Welcome. I'm trying to get my people on this side. Let me share the link. There's a lot of there's a bit of a problem because hey, I scheduled it on another side. I think people are joining on that side. So let me check. What I'll do, even if people are on this side, on the other side, what I will do is I can schedule. Hi, Pro, join the other link yenye nimekutumia. So Helen, sorry, I've been talking and I'm muted. Helen, come first on the panel, then you can go back to the bush. Thank you, Anastasia. Thank you, Title Pro. Thank you for coming. So thank you. Smash that like button. Smash it, smash it, smash it, smash it, smash it. Thank you for the 5 who are here. If you can kindly share this link out, this live out. I'm just getting my guests. I'm getting them set up. I'm getting them signed up. I'm really hoping they'll be here in a few so that we can begin. Now, Helen, if you are here, come on this other side. Come on this other side. Come on this other side. Come on this other side, please. Kindly come on this other side. Please come on this side. Helen, if you are listening, come on the panel for a few, and then you can go back to the bush as I have my guests. All right. I feel like things are happening so fast. Helen, kindly come on the panel for 5 minutes, then you'll go back as I get my brother set up. So that's he's our first guest. I don't know why he's not coming. He was on the other side, the Google Meet. Thank you, Anastasia. So I have worked with clients for more than 6 years. We have guided them on diets, on how to transform their lives, on what to do in order to achieve a healthy lifestyle. Because at Malkia, we are all about health, food, nutrition, information, and lifestyle. So we are trying to transform the whole.
Thank you, Malkia. Hope you can hear me. So, thank you, Malkia. Hope you can hear me. Can you hear me, Malkia?
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for coming on this side, despite the issues with our national grid. So I was saying that you will be my first one, because you are not new to our products, and even the clients that I'm having are not new to our products. So, number one, I just want you to share, what did you get from Malkia? How did you know about us, first and foremost? What did you get for yourself? And what did you get for your mom?
Okay, so I'll be a bit quick. Like I had said earlier, my phone is almost running, and we don't have any hopes of power. So guys, in case power doesn't come and you don't see me on your live streams, please bear with me. I will support you like I always do. So Malkia Nutrition, we met here on YouTube. You know, YouTube is a very small world that is really connecting us to so many people, but at a very particular and a very small time.
Yes. So you met me on YouTube. Then how did you decide to actually engage us and get products for yourself?
Yeah, so we met with Malkia Nutrition here on YouTube. I remember there was when we met, there was this random group of YouTubers where we could carry one. It was like a whole lorry of premiers. So a particular day, premiers, the whole day. There were now these things of live streaming and everything. It was all about premiers, daily premiers and everything. So that is where we met. So you are carried from this premier to another premier to another premier to another premier, and you get to meet new people. So I met Malkia Nutrition on premiers of Akina Angel Ndegwa, whatever, who who's this lady Mombo?
Nani,
That
Jerusha Mombo, there was
yeah,
this one.
Kelvin
There
Oduor.
were so many.
Yeah,
Mm,
so many. Yeah, so I met you there and we got to link up and we sat there and you're like, Malkia was sharing, this is what and what I am doing. These are the products I'm doing. And I remember at that time we were with Anastasia Blessed because Anastasia also got a product from you. I don't know if she'll be able to join the panel or maybe I remember we ordered with her. It was me, Anastasia, and Gladys, if you can remember Gladys very well. So we ordered
mm,
products from you. At that time, I was almost giving birth. Yeah, I was pregnant and I was almost giving birth. So I got a product from you. You even gave us fenugreek. I remember we got fenugreek. And also I got it for I also got some few products for my mom. I got hibiscus. I got what else? I got a few products, I think 4 or 5 products from you. And sincerely speaking, for me, fenugreek was a bit bitter, but it really served the purpose, especially for milk, for the flow of milk, and also for weight loss. And I remember we got to share products together.
Helen, what happened? Did KPLC do their thing? Helen, can you hear me? Okay, maybe KPLC did that thing. Yeah, because she actually left. So we have a first client. Yeah, lean back a bit, just that, yeah, be comfortable like that. We can see you. So this is a first client. This one. Mm, cause stage. So all right, I will let him introduce himself as I figure out how to bring him on the foresight. Yes, solo layout. Go on, introduce yourself, say how you met Malkia, who you are. Just introduce yourself, how you met me. Let me see how you met me. This is gonna be interesting.
Okay, I'm David. I'm David Mather, and you are my sister. And
How did you meet me?
I, I, I met you when you are a small kid, so I've really known you for a long time, and I'm proud of what you're doing. And I support you fully. I pray even for the Marikia brand to go places because you are doing a great job. So kudos to you.
Thank you, thank you. So yeah, David is my brother. He's my elder brother. I have an older brother and an elder brother. But as I said before, and I keep saying, my brothers and my mother are the actual nutritionists. Me, I've just been trained. as a nutritionist, but these are the people who actually practice nutrition, and they are doing such a good job. They're doing such a good job at advocating for our brand and living it out. So there's a time Dave had a lot of weight. I don't know what had happened that time. He will tell us. And then right now it's a bit manageable, but there's a time you are really overweight. And I remember you went to exercise at a run in Nyahururu Stadium, and then you almost fainted or you vomited a lot, and you realized you are unfit. So tell us that story.
Okay, I've always been a sportsman when I was in school, in secondary school. Since primary, I've always been in sports. Then after we cleared school, after I cleared college, now we went into another field whereby we started now working. You're less active. You're always on the seat. Like, for example, what I do, I'm always on the seat. I'm in the IT business. So you sit down in front of a computer the whole day. So weight came. I was not used to
It
that.
just came.
So
It
it came,
just
and I
came.
was not. It came, yeah, and I was not used to that. So it was a surprise for me. So when I was going to the field, I expected to run the way I was running. Okay, but now it was another experience. I almost fainted. I'm proud of myself because I really held on. I was seeing stars. But now that's the time I realized that there's a lot of things that have changed with my body. And when I went to check even the weight, I was 110.
Wow.
And again, I realized I have a lot of weight because as you are walking with my age mates, when we go uphill, I'm the only one hammering. I'm breathing, you know, breathing hard. I'm like struggling. Then I was asking myself, why am I struggling going up a hill? Huh? Another time, I went to my mother's place and I was tying my shoelace. My belt was so big, I was still hammering, just tying my shoe. In fact, that one, my mother asked me, yani unahema tu kufunga kiatu. Sasa nikaona something really wrong with my body. So I decided now I will start checking my body. I will not just be eating, just being careless with what I'm doing. And from that day, I did some stuff that made me lose 10 kgs. Now I'm 190. I fluctuate between 98 to 100 now.
But it's still a lot. Now,
But you
yeah.
know I'm tall. Is that one?
Yes. You are the giant of the family. Now we want to get into the details of these some things that you did. I know for one, you were drinking this tea that you served us, and Mom was so impressed. And then I know you were doing intermittent fasting, and then you also did away with some gluten or something. So I want us to get on to the specifics. You're hanging. Oh, or it's me. I want us to get to the specifics of what is it that you did, so that now that is what will be beneficial to the other people listening.
Okay, so the first thing I did, in fact, something else happened. I was having these acid refluxes, and I went I'm not a person who goes to hospital often. Now I was getting to hospital often because I'm having those acid reflux. I'm hearing some burning, you know. And I was taken for a test, and I was told I have H. pylori, that stuff. So I said now I will not believe this story that of I have H. pylori or stuff like that. I know the problem I have is weight. All right. So from that day, I started fasting faster. And fasting really took me to another journey because I was not used to stay without eating. I was waking up in the morning, taking gwashe, saa ine, you are eating, saa saba, you are eating, saa kumi, mnaenda chai kidogo hapo, mnakula chapo, sijui nini, na jioni. In fact, when I got home, nilikuwa nakuta gwashe kwanza na kunywa na chai. Then after that, I take supper. All right. And it's a lot. All right. So I started skipping breakfast first. I was not taking anything in the breakfast. Naenda mpaka huko saa tano. No. Then for a week I did that and it was okay. Then I started now skipping the lunch and eating supper only. All right.
Okay.
And now when I was between that, I was already feeling some weight going, right?
Yeah.
I can see my tummy now is shrinking, all right? Felt a bit lighter. So now I went now the full scale. I was keeping even supper. So I was doing without food for the whole day. I was just taking water.
That's 24 hours fast.
Yeah. Okay. When I eat supper, I will eat supper the next day. So if I have eaten supper tatu ama saa ine, I will go without food until the following day at night the same time. How many hours are those?
24.
24. Now that one really did me a great deal of a job. And you know what? The next time I went for a fast of 48 hours unknowingly. Okay, unknowingly. I was not intending to go for that far, but I went without food. I got to supper. I didn't eat supper. I slept, and then I went around the same cycle, not going for food mpaka ile supper ingine. So I went for 2 days, and the funny thing, I was not feeling hungry. I was not feeling wasted. I was just energized. I was okay. In fact, my wife asked me, "When did you last eat?" For me, it was okay. So either my body was converting those fats into energy, but I never felt weak or anything.
So earlier on, I had someone asking whether if you go on a fruit diet, you will feel weak or faint and stuff like that. So what can you say?
Okay, what now? Okay, I started doing research on what fasting benefits people or how to lose weight through fasting and which foods to take. And I saw that if you're not used to fasting, don't do a long fast. Start with short fasts, like the ones I was doing. You go progressing because your body will adapt. All right. Fruit has sugar. So that is not fasting. The most important thing about fast is to avoid sugar. Okay. So if you're taking fruits and you're saying you're fasting, you're still putting sugar in that body.
True.
So the best thing you can do when you're fasting, take sugar-free things.
So that not even fruits.
Vegetables.
Yeah, people don't understand that. Yeah, so people don't understand that fruits also have a lot of sugar in addition to the vitamins and minerals. Because the sugar in fruits, for example, in a banana or in a mango, will still be converted to glucose, and your body will still use that sugar, that glucose, instead of using the stored fat sources. So that's why we limit fruits such as bananas and mangoes, watermelon during fasting, and we encourage people to eat take more of the green smoothies, because those ones, vegetables don't have any calories at all, but fruits do.
Yes. And again, I saw that if you go for a fast and your body starts shedding fat, it's very good because it shows that your body can be able to convert the fats into the ketones. So that's a good thing for the body, because there are those bodies they will not be able to do that, because mesoea, the sugar is always in the stomach, always in the stomach. So the body doesn't know to go back to get energy source from any other place apart from the sugar coming in through the stomach. And that one is one cause of the diabetes people have, because now the cells are overloaded with a lot of glucose and the body cannot take it out. So fasting in fact is not a matter of discussion. People should fast, not the long fast, but even taking one meal a day.
Sorry, you were talking about fasting. Tell us more.
Yeah, I was saying
Or what
fasting.
else? What else other than stopping, other than eliminating some foods? Because we talk about elimination, but there are also things that you add. So you've said you avoided fruits because they also have sugar. So what did you add? What were you taking during that time that you weren't taking before when you were having that weight of 110?
Okay, there are some things I was brought. They are called tamarind. They come from those semi-arid places like Baringo. Like I was getting those supplies from already from Baringo. So it was bringing me. She was bringing those tamarind. They are like, they look like bosho kind of, and they are greasy. So I was using those and putting them in water. Then in that water, I add ginger. Then I add a tablespoon of natural honey and a few drops of lemon. I did that for 2 months and it was great. Yeah.
Okay, so you did tamarind juice. I think that's what you served us. Also, you were having it with this raw honey was sijui. There's something you were saying about it. It's not the wild bee honey. It's like the
Honey,
barrel underground.
the honey from the ground.
Mm-hmm.
The honey that you get from the ground, it is called, they call it, the Kenyeji word is jori, but it is a black
Mm-hmm.
honey.
Okay.
Okay. The honey, okay, those bees stay underground. So I don't know what
Mm.
just there is in that honey, but you will know it is a good honey
I think
because
it's the
even
stingless bee. Is it the stingless bee? The one that
I'm not
burrows underground?
I'm not sure if those are the bees that burrow underground. I think that is it.
Mm. So yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's what you served us when we had visited you, and it was very sweet. Tamarind is a naturally sweet fruit, but that sugar
yeah,
is the kind that is absorbed in your body slowly. So you don't have a
yeah,
spike in blood sugar and you don't have a dip. So you
yep,
introduced that and you did it with honey and ginger and lemon. So in case someone doesn't know, ginger is an anti-inflammatory. It helps your body to improve its immunity, and it also
yep,
suppresses appetite. And then you did it also with lemon. Lemon is very good for soothing the stomach.
yep.
Very good for soothing the stomach. And this is also something that we recommend that you take in the morning. If you are able to take such kind of a drink in the morning, well and good. If you don't have tamarind or ginger or lemon or honey, just take water. Remember, your body is 70% water. So if it's 70% water, you ought to keep replenishing that water as much as possible. So during this time when you're fasting and drinking this tamarind juice, did you also drink a lot of water? Did you exercise? What else did you do?
Okay, I was taking water, but not as much. Okay, I'd seen somewhere that taking too much water is still bad for your body. You need the electrolytes working. So
Mm,
I just
yeah.
take, I just take enough water, right? Especially when I
Mm,
feel the thirst, that's the time I take water. But I was not taking that too much water. It's just standard water. And
enough.
exercise. Oh, I
But
forgot. I started exercising really hard. In fact, I was doing it in compound, running around, putting some push-ups. In fact, when I was that heavy, I was doing 8 push-ups and I was done. Right now, I can go for a 70 push-ups,
wow.
one, no
Mm-hmm.
sweat. So you can see
Nice.
how
Nice.
where I came from, 8 to 70.
Mm.
I can do it
That is
even
like
on live video so that you see it's for real. 70.
mm,
So you
in
see
a
now,
different setting because I can see you're still in the office.
yes,
Mm. And I see you still sipping your water, even when you
yeah,
are there in the office.
yeah.
Good, good. Now, I want you to talk to someone who is like you, sitting in the office, rarely moving around, but they need to get to they need to lose belly fat. Because I keep saying it is becoming somehow acceptable and fashionable for men to have pot bellies and men your age. Yeah. And I don't think that is a very admirable thing. I don't think this is my brother's workplace. He's a very astute businessman. I think if there's someone I learned how to do business from was from my brother, and now we are thriving together. So now talk to someone who comes to an office like you, works with computers all day, and I know there's someone in this live stream who and he knows his name who cannot do 8. You are doing how many when you are overweight? You are doing 7. You are doing
Eight.
8.
I was
Now
doing
there's
eight and I
someone
was
here who can. Even me, I cannot do 8 right now. By the way, okay,
you
of
see
course,
now.
my upper body strength is very little, but talk to someone who is like you, who was like you, who is now like what you were back then, and tell them
Mhm.
what can you tell them?
Okay. Now, okay, you have to decide first. Huh? You have to decide you want to go back. Because me, I was lost. I was not like that before. So I was very
Mm,
sporty. My body was sporty. And now here I'm carrying a lot of fat. I cannot even move. Walking is a
mm,
problem. Even tying my shoe is a problem. Those are things that I would not like. So you have to hate your now, your current self, and you want to go back
mm,
to that very vigorous and very flexible person. So that's where the journey starts because that's where mine started. I first hated how I looked. In fact, I had a round
mm,
face. In fact, even now I look at my pictures and I was like, what?
mm.
You look like a ball. Your face is like a ball. All right? It's bad.
Uh-huh.
It's bad. So
It's not
when you
good.
hate that, yeah. So when you hate that person, now you start
Yeah.
changing and you start sacrificing. Going without food and you're not used to is a sacrifice on itself. And
Mm,
even fasting, even religiously, because even God tells us to fast to get closer to Him.
yeah.
And since and
And
since the
it's going
and
it's
since
you are going on a fast and you're not lacking anything. You have money to buy food, you have money to buy soda and meat and everything, but you're going on
yes,
a fast. Didn't people castigate you and ask you why are you not eating? Didn't your wife come and ask you what is happening?
my wife was on my side because she didn't like the weight too. So for me doing that, even for her, she was okay with that, and she was encouraging me to do that. In fact, when I have challenges, like they are cooking something sweet, and I'm like, suniweke tu kidogo, and hapana, si ulisema una fast, wewe utakula kesho. So she was on my side. So yeah, it's like that.
So you're talking about modifying your habits and changing your lifestyle fully, like deciding I'm not comfortable with the person I am right now. I need to change. And this is something where now coaching comes in, because you need to change your mindset. You need to change your beliefs. You need to change, of course, you change the knowledge that you have. You researched a lot. You looked at what works and what doesn't. So, how did you keep yourself motivated during those 2 months when you are fasting? Your dietary habits are changing. You're taking this turmeric turmeric tea. You're not eating as much as you are, and you can afford to eat as much as you want.
Okay, one, I told you I started going to hospital for things related to the gut. There was gut issue related problems. I didn't like that. Visiting hospitals, taking those medicine of it's called what? H. pylori. There are very many tablets. And those guys, they
Mm,
even discuss more. They tell you that this thing does not go away. You have to keep on taking this medicine for do you how long? Okay, so they are
mm,
like telling you live with that now. You see, I didn't believe that, and I'm telling you, is that one is a lie because I can tell you I used to take medicine like those anti-acids, akina laser gel, the omeprazole, all those medicines. That is
mm,
rubbish. In fact, you're
mm,
supposed to throw those away and fix your gut. These guys will not
mm,
tell you how to fix your gut because they want to profit from you. But I'm telling you,
mm,
if you start fasting, fasting is reset, is taking your body to default.
mm,
Even when even when your room is untidy, there are rats, there are what things are not going on well in that room. You take out everything, you clean it, then you start taking things back. Now with order, with the organization. That's what you should do with your body, and your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit. Is a sacred place. You're supposed to keep it clean. So it's not like ati hapa kuna chapo, hapa kuna nini. Stop doing that and avoid wheat. I was avoiding wheat. In fact, even today I avoid wheat. I take
mm.
my foods with no flours. I take ugali only once, but a lot of my food include doma, ngwashe, mandizi, malenge na minji na hizi zinaitwa terere. I don't take
Ah,
flour. You avoid the flour
yeah.
at all costs. That wheat flour,
Yeah.
especially.
Okay. There are two things you have mentioned that I would like to go a little bit deeper and look at them. You mentioned
Mm,
how pharmaceuticals, when they are selling them to you, they're already telling you these things will be on them for long. They have several side effects, and you just there wondering. I already have one problem. I have problems in my gut.
yes.
Uh, I have a problem with my gut, and then I have a problem with my gut, and then now you're giving me medicine that will not really solve my problem, but will also bring me more problems. I find it ridiculous that people actually go for that. Like you come to a hospital to someone who is supposed to help you, and then they tell you, I'm going to give you this medicine. But the problem is, it already has side effects and it will not really help. It will not really heal you. You'll have to continue using it for a period of like 3 months. Like I know the H. pylori kit, it is one, it's very expensive and you have to
Yes.
keep using it CG for 14 weeks. And then when it has not cleared, you continue using it. And this H. pylori medicine is not really healing your gut. I think we'll also have you when we have the session on gut resetting your gut. You're
Yes.
taking something that is not healing your gut. If anything, it is even destroying your kidneys and straining your liver. And then you are expected, you paying, I think that kit is like 14,000 or something. It's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
And you people continue using it. I don't know whether it's lack of knowledge or it's just that people want to stay there tied up and like they don't want the freedom of their mind, because like for you going on a gut reset like fasting, avoiding gluten, taking the tamarind tea and water, it does not cost you as much as what these people were telling you, these
Yes.
pharmacists and these doctors. But people don't go for that option. What can you say about that?
What I can say about that is that anybody who benefits from your ignorance will not get you out of that ignorance. So the doctors need you there. They need to you visiting there. Otherwise, if they give you the solution to your problems, you not go there.
Mm,
So they will.
that's true.
So hiyo itakuwa mwimba ya kujidunga. So they will just treat you. They will just give you the. In fact, I was laughing at the other day. My wife told me she went for tooth extraction, and after the doctor
Mm,
did the extraction, the doctor told her, now you can go and eat
mm.
all the soup you want, all the tam tams. Now is okay.
What?
Now,
What?
at,
And you just lost a tooth.
you lost a tooth and now it's taken out, and the person who is doing that is telling you now you can go back to eating those sugars, and you destroy another one, you come back. So when you're going to
Yes.
hospitals are okay, but you have to note this: hospitals are there to take care of the symptoms, but not to stop.
Mm,
So they do like cutting fruits from a tree, but they know the tree is there and they will not take care of the tree. All right.
yes,
So
yes, yes.
the the person to take care of the tree is you. Cut down that tree. If you don't like the fruits, cut that tree. I didn't like my gut fruits, so I cut that tree. I stopped eating the wheat. I stopped eating frequently. Even eating frequently is another problem. You're not supposed to keep on eating every time and then. In fact, you are supposed to take one meal a day during midday. Saa
Mm,
sita, saa saba, saa nane, and you'll be done with the food. And there is a reason behind that, because when you eat, there is the first thing, the digestion, there is the assimilation. Now we don't give the body time to take out of the waste. So after assimilation, you are back to your plate. So the waste is not properly disposed, it is stocked in the body, and over time that waste will accumulate in the body, and you have things like tumors or even the cancers. The cancers are just those tumors getting that waste in one place, because you never gave the body time to take that waste out naturally. And you're supposed to do it by not eating regularly. You give the body time to take out the waste. Even after assimilation, we pay time itoe hiyo uchafu, then you eat again. But now we are very quick to eat every time and then, and when the body fails, you are there saying, God, please help me out of this disease, and you are the same person who is afflicting all those wounds on your body.
that is so true. That is so true. We cause the problem ourselves, and then we go back to God and to doctors just to ask for. And you even, it's sad. Let me not bash anything, but it is sad that now you even call people to come and help you, but yet when you are developing this problem, you are all alone. Yeah,
Yes.
you are all alone when you are developing the problem. For example, there's something that we say, people who drink carelessly and they ruin their kidneys and their liver, and then when now it becomes a problem, maybe later on in life, in their when they are aging, they are in need of a transplant, or they are in need of a dialysis, and these things are so expensive. And in as much as I'm generous, sometimes I hold off a little bit, and I'm like, let me fold my arms for a little, just for a little, and pray for you first before I send you support, because Swahili says msiba wa kujitakia, and I'm not calling out anyone. Okay, I'm calling out someone, of course, but I'm not focusing. Like, this is something. Okay, I believe the people who are here are in a place where you can make modifications in your habits to save your future. I always say nutrition care is saving your future, such that you would not experience some problems that are avoidable. I continue to say that prevention is the best cure, but if you're already sick, you can always go back and reverse the situation like you did for yourself. You healed your guts, you brought your weight down, and I'm sure you got even more energy. And you even saved yourself money by not having frequent doctor's visits. And then the other sad thing is that we pay so much to doctors who are not really helping, but yet people will not pay for a nutritionist consultation. What can you say about that? As me, no, Tetea, me as a nutritionist.
Okay, what I can say is the first
Mm,
doctor or the doctor we are supposed even to consider before anything is a nutritionist. Why so? Because a nutritionist is at the gate. She is the first doctor to getting you out of the problem even before it hits your body. Because the other doctor comes in after you have messed your body. They want to do surgery, they want to heal your inflammations, they want to heal your bacterial infections, they want to heal your low immunity. All those things can be avoided by a nutritionist because she is at the gate. She will not allow you to put the poison in your body. So we should first even visit nutritionist before even seeing the other doctors, because if someone will tell you what things to put in your body to avoid this and this and this, that's the first person you're supposed to see. If you have a car, you
mm,
should go to a person who will give you advice what not to put in the car. So if you don't put the bad stuff in the car will not need to go to the mechanic. All right. So if you get an advisory on, in our case, is a nutritionist on what to put inside your body, you not even need to know a doctor. You not even need to visit a hospital because there will be no issues with your body. So we should pay a lot of attention to these people called nutritionists because they will panga you how you will be eating right to avoid going to the doctors. Me, I'm an example that okay, I never talked to anyone. I did my research, but I stopped putting poison into brackets in my body, and what I was suffering from ended. And it ended about before COVID. It was about between 2018 2019, and I had those issues between from 2015 to 2018. But from there, and those doctors were telling me I'll be taking those omeprazoles and those antacids. I have never touched one, and I'm okay. So food fixed me, and there's a saying that goes: eat food like medicine, or you'll make medicine your food. So when you're
food.
putting food
Yeah.
in your body, let it be very well sought. In fact, when you buy a Range Rover and you are given instructions, don't go and put petrol in petrol stations 1, 2, 3. Just go to Shell. You will not go to those petrol
Mm,
stations. Value that car, and that is not valuable than your body. Your body is far much valuable, and you know why? Because when you get sick, you will sell even that Range Rover to fix your body. So your body is so expensive. That is what we call wealth. Wealth is health.
mm,
So if
mm,
health, let's take care of the health. And it is simple. It is one mouth. We have one mouth, we don't have two. Make sure what you put in your mouth. In fact, from that day, I've eaten bad thing, but when I was doing it, it was like vile unafanyanga makosa, unasikia mwili kuambia ni nini unafanya, ni kama unaiba, ni kama vile unaweza enda
mm,
uibe. You're hearing an inner
mm,
voice telling you, either are you putting a chapati in your mouth for real? You
mm,
can't go and and it will cost the same. You see now, your body
mm,
now is in alignment with good health. It is giving you even the alarms and the alerts. Don't eat this. Avoid this. Just overlook this.
mm,
You can eat later. All those things come when you start checking your body, and your body will check you. And I'm telling you, right now, you think we have problems. Yes, everybody has problems. But I'm telling you, all those problems will be zero when you have a body problem. So the
Mm,
body is very important. Sasa hii unasema niko na mashida, sijui nalipa hii, nafanya hii, sawa, ni sawa. Uko na mashida kama 100, but ukipata shida ya mwili unakuwa tu na shida moja mwili,
ya
shida
mwili ni
moja
kweli.
health. Yes. So if that
Mm,
is that important, why are we ignoring that? And you know why? Because the media will not let us think about ourselves so much. Because when you do that, that business will go down. They need us ignorant so that they profit from us. So when you wake up in the morning, make sure whatever you do from that time you wake up, it is for the betterment of your body.
that is true. We need to treat or to honor our body such that we are not suffering in the future from things that
Yes,
could have been preventable,
yes, yeah,
like when we were young, especially for I think people think we will be in our 20s or in our 30s forever. So I can eat my
yes,
nyama choma, I can eat my whatever, I can avoid
yes,
exercise every day until I
yes,
get to a point where now my body forces me to rest
mhm,
or to avoid eating those things. And this is
yes,
mainly in hospital. Do you know how people forget how bad hospital food is? They forget how
yeah,
uncomfortable hospital beds are. I have been in hospital giving birth to my two children, and also when my daughter was a bit sick and she was hospitalized. It is so uncomfortable to be in bed, and that's why you find people don't even recover as easily as you would expect, because they are struggling physically with their body. They're struggling like comfort. There's no comfort in the bed. There's no comfort in food. There's no comfort in social life. There's no comfort financially because you don't have money. You are actually spending money. And then there's no comfort in your mind because now you're like, I'm sick. What will I do? My family is suffering. People have to come and see me in hospital. I'm in my worst shape. My children are coming to see me. And you find now the bill is growing because you're not even able to tell the doctor, no, discharge me. I'll get better. You don't even have that mental strength to tell the doctor, discharge me because I will get better. And then now the hospital. I worked in hospital in my third year, and I know the people who stayed in hospital, they should have been discharged on Friday, but the doctor comes and says just something very minimal, and they stay the whole weekend. And of course, those are another 2 days. And every extra day is an extra charge because you're charged for the bed, you're charged for the care that the nurses give you. And you find by Monday, your bill has grown maybe with 10,000 or even more, depending on the procedures that are done on you. So hospital is another kind of prison. And again, you might find that, not you might find, these conditions, like right now, the number of people who are hospitalized due to lifestyle diseases has exceeded 50%. Like if you do an analysis of inpatients over all the hospitals in Kenya, the people who have diabetes, who have hypertension, who have kidney disease, who have arthritis, who have problems that are preventable, has exceeded 50%. The people who come to hospital because of infections, they are less than 50%. Like people who go because amekatwa mkono, amepata ajali, they are very minimal. People who are hospitalized, inpatients, are the ones who are struggling with issues of lifestyle, things that are most likely preventable. If there's a condition that is not preventable, it's only, I can say it's only diabetes type 1, and they manage it with medicine. But diabetes type 2, the one that you get when you are older, that is a condition that is preventable. Obesity is preventable. Hypertension is preventable and reversible. If you have already gotten if you've already gotten these diseases, they are very, very much preventable. They are very preventable. You can talk to a nutritionist. You can talk to someone who is informed, like David, and they will help you to understand, how do I get off from where I am back to where I should be? How do I get back to my best self? That is the most important thing. How do I get back to my best self? And how can I curate it that it fits me? Because there's also this thing in the health health field. Like right now, people are complaining. There's so much information out here. Someone is saying milk is bad, bread is bad, sugar is bad, milk, hey, everything is bad. And so someone will ask me, but here, what should I take? What should I eat? If everything is bad, what should I eat? and and I tell them, you need information that is individualized. It's personalized for you. You can take everything in the soko. I talk in the soko, you don't buy everything. You buy the things that you need. They are specific to you. So I don't understand why people are consuming content that is generalized and trying to make it fit for you. It won't fit. There's no shoe that will fit everyone. I'm a size 7, you are size 10, someone is size 8, someone is size 6. There's no way that we can all wear the same shoe. So we shouldn't have um we shouldn't have we shouldn't have meal plans that are designed for everyone. Meal plans ought to be personalized. Meal plans, all like diet plans, ought to be personalized to you as an individual, such that you are able to thrive and to resolve the problem that you have. Because David had a specific problem. I had a specific problem. People on here, like Lucy, you have a specific problem. Why would you take David's way of life and try to use it for yourself? It's like trying to wear his coat or his shoe. There's no way you will walk in, there's no way me with my size 7 will walk in my brother's shoes and he's a size 10. I will collapse within a few steps. So, David, what can you say about people? Like now you pay for my consultation and I give you a meal plan, and then your friend comes and tells you, I saw you were talking with Malkia. Can I have the meal plan she gave you? And because this is a close friend, you give it to them. But do you think it will work for them? What do you say about people who are failing to pay your sister and stealing other people's meal plans? They're taking other people's meal plans and not paying your sister for consultation.
Okay. What I can say about that is, of course, what you have said, everybody's meal plan should be different because of the day's activities they're involved in. Everybody is doing something different. We have people in the jewelry industry, we have people in offices, we have teachers. So people are not using the calories the same. So mtu wa mjengo will not have a meal plan with a lady who is working who is doing the corporate, always in the office, from the car to the office, from the office to the car and home. That's someone who should have a very light meal plan. But for a Juakari guy, he can go even for a big portion. Even the sugar consumption should be different, because that a Juakari person has a lot of muscle, so sugar will not be a problem. But if you are always sitting down, you should reduce the sugar intake at all costs. So a nutritionist is very important in this situation, because you need to explain to her what you do, what you're involved in during the day, so that now she'll be able to give you the right meal plan, depending on the activities of the day. Again, even how your body is like, because if you have a lot of muscle, it means you can deal with sugar. If you don't have muscle, you cannot deal with sugar. All right. So it's very important to see a specialist, so that atakupangia mpango yako ya kando, unaona, because we don't do the same things, and it is okay. That's what God put us here to do. So by seeing a nutritionist is very important, because now you will explain what you do, and she'll be able to give you the right program to deal with the issues you have in your body. Thank you.
It's so true. Thank you so much. I can't believe it's more than an hour already since we started this discussion, and it is flowing so well. It is flowing so well. Um, what else? Now let's look at this. Before you said before you were active, and you in high school, in college. Now tell us about what is it that you can say from your childhood shaped you to be active. Achana na hii part yenye uli gain weight maybe when you started working and you are seated. What is it that you can say shaped you from your childhood to get to that? You are very athletic, and you had muscles. You are very well built when you are in primary, high school, and even college. So what can you say attributed to that? Was our mother very kind in giving us very good food? What can you attribute to your health outcome when you were younger?
Okay. One, parenting is number one. One, my mom. Okay, I was the firstborn in my family. You came back later, so you are with my mother. So she was sending me now and then. I was always active. Sahi, you're going for milk. From milk, you go to the shop. From shop, you go and get minji from the shamba. So I couldn't even stay seated even if I wanted, because there was a lot of activity at home then, and there were no borders then. So you go on foot. So you are using things like those bucket leads. You make vehicles from them. Then it will give you an encouragement when you're going for a long distance. So mainly it was the activities of the day that made us active. And I would also encourage for the parents to not use border borders so much, or transport. They should encourage their children to go on foot for those simple chores. It is helpful. Even going to school on foot, it was also helpful. So for my case, I was being sent a lot. I'm always in the shop, the shamba, going for milk, and even school, you are going on foot. So
Good.
I think that's
That is awesome. What about your foods when you are young? What can you say about that? And then now you are a family man. What are
yes.
you doing to ensure that your children, their diet is very keenly monitored? And also, what can you advise a parent who is now raising children in terms of their diet and all that?
Okay, now from how I was brought up, my mom always said in every meal there must be some grains. In fact, she gets very irritated seeing someone taking a meal with no grains. That one she has always advocated for. In every meal, you should have some greens, and not even some green just like that. It should be balanced. In fact, when she visited me at my house, when the plate comes on the table, she has first to check for that, checking for the how balanced is your food. And you hear her now talking tough on me like kwa nini unakula hizi peke yake na hakuna greens, where they are not this and this and this. So my mom is the first, is a pioneer to us eating well, even to me growing to be who I am today. It is my mother, because I could not feed myself. So if I am where I am, I'm strong, it means that I have a very good caring mother who fixed a good diet, and I was not obese,
Mm.
because I'm
Have
not
you
obese.
noticed the trend of obese children nowadays? Like it's becoming even fashionable for children to become obese.
It is this thing that people say when you are fat, it's like you are having it nicely. All right, it's like the fat equals money. No, it's not like that. It's not like that, because even those fat children, you see them always in hospital, asthma, what, all those issues. Because in fact, having a lot of fat in your body It's like having ghettos around your home, right? Because fat are the
Mm.
breeding ground for disease. So the more fat you have, the more risky it is for you to attract a disease. So fat should be your enemy. When you see fat accumulating somewhere, take it out.
Good, 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 good. So what are you doing, you as a parent, to make sure that your children don't end up obese and predisposed to these conditions?
All right, what I do, one, my children don't get fed every time and then. There is a program when they eat. When they wake up, they take some warm water, they chill, they don't just eat breakfast immediately. They start eating from around 9.
Mm-hmm.
Because I saw that the body, when you wake up, it already has some glucose pumped in the system, ready for your body to go and do the activities. That one I saw it is a natural process. So by you taking a heavy breakfast, you'll be having a lot of glucose in your system. So in the morning, you take something light. So during the day, now that's the time you take uh, a, a sizable meal, but always I put some greens there, a lot of fiber, avoid a lot of carbohydrates. So I do a lot of greens, and I think that's it.
Good, good, good.
Yes.
All right. I think we're
Yes.
now almost coming to the end of this. So,
Yes.
um, is there any final thing that you can say, like now, if you met yourself younger, your younger self, before you almost fainted and vomited on that field, and you realize
Yes.
that things need to change? If you met your younger self, what could you tell yourself? And what would you do differently so that you don't
Uh-huh.
even hassle with that weight and losing it and fasting and all those things?
Of course, I
And
was
what would you
careless.
say to men,
Mhm.
especially because men feel like weight loss is a woman kind of thing. We
Mhm.
rarely have men joining our weight loss challenges. We only find
Mhm.
lots of women. What could you say to your fellow men?
Okay. Uh, One, the accumulation comes to everybody. It's not like a woman thing, or it's not sex based. It is how you take care of your body. I've seen men with boobs,
Mm,
literally boobs. You are like, what? So, what I could encourage people to do is to become active. In fact, at home, I don't give chores. Uh, I don't give all the chores to the workers. Like cutting grass outside my house, I do it myself. I preserve some small chores for myself to sweat. Like tomorrow is on Sunday. When I wake up, already I have some chores set for me. I'm cutting some flowers, I'm trimming some grass, getting active getting active, and those places you can go on foot. Don't use border borders, just walk there. All right, because what I was doing, because I have the money, I was like, I call the border borders, I use my vehicle. So those short distances you can go on foot, just go on foot. And at home, don't give all the chores to the shamba boy or whatever. Preserve some chores for you. It is important. It is a medicine. All right, it is a medicine to your body. Just sweating and doing all those chores, lakini utakuta mtu anasema nikipita na mtu hapa watasema in fact there are some guys who ask you kwa nini unafanya hii kazi, hauwezi pea mtu wa job. But those are ignorant people. Do not be moved by such people. We mwambie, mind your own business. It's me doing it, not you. Let us be encouraged to be active, and at home preserve some chores for you.
that is awesome. That is awesome. Thank you so much. Men should not feel like because they can now afford to pay someone, like they should have everything done for them. We need to remain
Yes.
active. We need to walk distances that we can walk instead of taking a boda boda or tuk-tuk or taxi. And I think that is one of the things that our generation is suffering from, because if you tell someone who walked to school every day that now their children should also walk to school, they feel like you're kind of belittling them. Why
In
would my
fact,
child walk to school and I can afford a taxi?
let me cut you short. Huh?
Mm,
Walking is a must. All right. If you want to
mm,
live, you have to walk. And that's why you see, even if you have those vehicles, huh, and you don't walk to
mm,
work, you have to go to the gym to compensate for the walk that you never walked to work. Otherwise, the person who
mm,
is walking to work is doing the walking as he is going to work for free. But if you don't do that, you'll go and pay a gym to walk. You are paying to walk.
mm,
This other guy is walking to work for free and still doing an exercise for free. But you will pay a gym to do exactly what that guy was doing. It is, in fact, it is stupidity. You see a Kimze really sweating inside a gym, running to work, and he could have done that for free. Just go to work on foot.
I think it's the problem of having excess, what do we call it? Income. What do we call
Not
it?
even
Disposable
income.
income. It is the problem of having disposable income and this kind of socialization where we feel like now I can afford the gym. Like all my colleagues are going to the gym. Why? And all my colleagues are driving fancy cars. All my colleagues are doing this. All my colleagues, it's that kind of mob mentality that is moving
It is
us in the wrong direction.
cheap mentality.
Yes, yes, yes. It's a very cheap and poor mentality, because trying to get involved with what everyone else is doing and it's the wrong thing does not benefit you. And unless I have been in a gym in Kikuyu where the trainer told us he has seen so many people come and join the journey. Actually, every beginning of the year, they would hire more machines, more exercise machines, because they knew there would be an influx of people coming on those treadmills. There would be an influx of people just coming and signing up for the gym because they have this weight loss goals. They have all these goals that they have set for themselves at the end of last year and at the beginning of the year, and now they are flocking the gym. So this gym would just hire extra machines, but by week 3 they just give them back to whoever is renting them out, because everyone has been sifted and only the serious people have remained. So, and you find exactly what you're saying. We are paying to walk. Exercising by walking is the most underrated thing, especially in our day and time. We rarely walk anywhere. We rarely walk. And you see, like what you were saying before, you realized even walking a distance that has a small incline, you would be so tired and unahema, because you probably were using boda boda and taxis and all these things and really walking, even when you are around town. But people have underrated walking so much. Yes, yet it's the most beneficial thing that you can do for yourself and at no pay. And most times when you are walking, you get to also enjoy the sun. You get to enjoy the sun, you get to enjoy seeing people and what they are doing. It's so serious that people actually pay to go and even me, I've paid to go to the gym depending on the season of life I'm in. And I'm not bashing it. I'm not bashing it. Um, but you find it is easier to just walk and enjoy the outside, see different things, see different people and what they are doing. And it also gives you a time to reflect and just think and be by yourself, or listen to music, or listen to a podcast or something nice. Yeah,
In
now I
fact,
think we need.
adding to that,
Mm,
walking is medicine also
mm,
to stress. If you have anxiety, if you have something bothering you, take a walk, especially a walk where in places that people don't know you. So you hautaenda ukisumbuliwa sasa mambo, a place that you are strange. Take a walk. And by the time you are through with that walk, bothering you will have gone, and you come out clean, happy, stress free, full of joy, and the exercise has done marvelous things to your body. So encourage people to walk.
Yeah, there's someone here who is telling me, he says, I also think the same thing, that why are we working? We are working so hard, then giving out our money to the gym guy for exercising, something that we can do for free. We should be like old people who walk a lot, do chores themselves, make flowers by themselves, and cook their meals themselves. But now, us as young people, we feel like, I don't want to work, I'll go to the gym. I don't want to do chores, I'll give them to someone else. I don't want to need my own flour. I will buy something that is almost ready to eat. Or if it's actually ready to eat, I'll buy chips, I'll buy pizza. If it's for children, I'll buy them a burger. It's ready to eat. It is something that is convenient foods or fast foods. And you know, these fast foods are full of empty calories, they are full of fat. It's so ridiculous. Anyhow, yeah, we need to bring this life to an end. So tell me one last thing that you would like to share, that you'd like to
One,
share,
one last thing
and
I
then
would
we
like to
end it. Yeah.
one thing I would like to share is our body is 80 plus percent water. So if you
Mm,
have a company and someone has shares above 50 plus, it means that that company is owned by that person. So if water has shares in our body, which is 80 plus percent, then it means when I say you are water, I am correct. So when I say your body is owned by water, I am correct. So now we go back to water. What does water do? For water to cleanse, for water to be clean, it has to move and to move with the flow. That's why I'm saying we walk, because walking is flowing. Running is not flowing. Running has a lot of agitation. But when you
Flatter.
walk,
Yes.
you flow. So let us encourage people to walk a lot. All right, that is the first thing I can tell people. That's what I can share with them. If they are having any issues, either mental or physical, walking is the first therapy they can do. Just walk around, piga around, enda kwa nyumba. So when they do that, that's the first step to wellness. So that's what I can share. Let's encourage people to walk, not run, but walk. And walk, if you can walk with no earphones, don't go listening to
Mm,
music. Walk in
mm.
silence. Walk in silence. There is
But you be by yourself.
yes, you walk in the silence. It's a kind of meditation. By the time you are done, you will reap the benefits.
That is true, especially when you're walking outside. There's the sunlight. There's so much benefit to just being outside and exercising outdoor. And right now, gym workouts are no longer qualified as gym workouts are no longer qualified as outdoor exercise. They are indoor exercise because you're still in a house. You're not outside in the sun. There's no sun. There's no wind. It's still indoors. So, and we all need at least one outdoor exercise every day. Over lunchtime, take a walk. Take those 30 minutes, walk around, see what is around you, and internet, in what is it? Interface or connect to your environment. And I know you are very, very strong on energies and grounding and all that. You're very particular about going barefoot in your compound, grounding and discharging energies. That's a whole conversation by itself. And I really applaud you for practicing things that I now hold dearly, and which my clients ought to understand fully, such that they do not think that nutrition is something so far fetched. It is something that is near us. It is something that we ought to all be doing and partaking and enjoying on a daily basis. So I'm gonna finish this by encouraging people to join us for the masterclass next weekend, where we will be talking about meal planning, what it is, how you can use meal planning to achieve your health goals or the health outcomes that you want for yourself. And I say meal planning is a form of self-care. You're taking care of yourself uh, by, because meal planning, you're planning ahead, you're looking into the future. So you're taking care of your future now. It's a form of self-care that you exercise now for your future. Because most of the self-care we do, exercising, when we are cleaning our faces and all that, you're doing it for a future outcome. You're doing something right now for an outcome that will be manifest in the future. So meal planning should be one among the things that you do for your future self. That is something that you should know exactly. What am I eating? How often am I gonna eat? What will I be doing when I'm eating? There's also this thing where people are eating without being conscious about what they are chewing, what they are swallowing. So there's a lot that we can talk about. Next weekend we'll be having this masterclass session from 7, like today we started at 7, up to hey, time has gone fast, up to 8:15 or 8:30. So look out for that. This will be a paid session where people will be paying. If you pay between now and Wednesday of next week, you will pay 899. If you pay after Wednesday, the cost will be back to normal at 1,500 shillings or 499. So if you're here, pay now, pay today, so that you get to enjoy the discount. From next week, the prices will go back to their original prices at 1,500 shillings. So thank you so much. David will be a constant face. We will see him during the meal planning. We will also see him when we start talking about gut health, because he is someone who has exercised the principles that I'm teaching. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm now winding down. I'm winding down. Now, before we finish, let me remove this. So, now this is an opportunity for David to just advertise his business. Let me not end without uh, giving him the opportunity to do that.
Thank you very much. And I'm happy for that session. I hope people have benefited a lot. And I know there's so much more that's coming. So I said I'm in IT business. We do supplies for computers. We do online services. If you want to do the visa applications, passport applications, if you have people who need some training, computer training, we do that, and all the services that you can want to access through a site. We can do it even when you are far. If you want to do the returns, the KRA returns, we do that even online. So you're very welcomed to David's Computer here in Nyahururu, and we are online. So any computer issues, we can solve that even online for you. Thank you very much.
Give us a way to reach you on socials. How can we find you on social? Start with your most direct phone number
My phone number is
for
0720
business.
0720 93 3361. 0720 93 3361.
On socials, and tell us again what you do. There's some people who are joining right now. We find that these live streams, the people tend to join from like 1 hour onward. So tell us once again what you do exactly. You say training. Training in what? This is where, by the way, if you don't know, this David is the one who trained me in computer right after school, and he's also the one who connected me to my first job, where I was doing computer systems and accounting for a bookshop. So now sell your services kabisa kabisa. Remember, this is something that will be rewatched, and you don't know how far it will reach.
Yeah, so as I was saying, we do all the cyber services, online services, e-citizen, KRA, passport application, visa applications, We also supply computers. We also maintain them, the computers, the laptops. Yeah, and now the training is about the computer packages. We do the computer maintenance, training, and all issues related to IT. We, uh, we will solve it for you.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. I know this is actually this was my foundation. I sat in this one of these desks and learned how to use the computer from introduction to Microsoft all the way to advanced Adobe and Photoshop and all these things. So I know tax period is almost coming up. You can always reach out to David for your tax compliance. You can, if you have someone around or near Nyahururu, maybe you are a for four leaver, for someone who needs training in computer and packages, you can always reach out to David. He will be gladly do that. If you have someone who is struggling to apply for their passport, their visas, kindly reach out to David. His store is in Nyahururu. He's been doing this for more than 10 years, or
And green card
probably more than 15 years.
and green card application, already we have people who have won. We have 3 people who have won through here.
Visa. Awesome. Oh,
The
green
green
card.
card,
Sorry, green card.
green
Okay,
card.
okay, awesome, awesome. That means you do it the right way. So
Yes.
thank you so much, David, for joining us. We look forward to the section next week, where now we'll be talking more about meal planning. We're focusing mostly on adults, but if there's someone who has a kid and they need a meal plan, you can also reach out to us. We are gonna end it here. Thank you so much for joining us. My name's Jessica Wanjiko. I'm the founder of Malkia Nutrition, and today I was holding a client testimonials session 1, where we were talking to David Mathea, who is an astute businessman based in Nyahururu, who was able to reverse conditions of his gut, his excess weight, through diet, intermittent fasting, hydration, and suppressing his diet. He started small, skipping a few meals. Then he went to 24-hour fast. He went to a 48-hour fast, and he was surprised that he's not even losing energy. And now he's maintaining his weight. You can see he's a big guy, so he's maintaining his weight and living a very a very healthy and happy and energetic life. So thank you so much for being our brand ambassador in Nyahururu. I'm looking forward to referrals from there. Those people who are coming and wondering why you are on camera, tell them your sister is doing very good work on this part of Kenya. So thank you. We'll end it at that. God bless you all. Have a good night. See you on Saturday the 17th. And make sure you take advantage and get the discounted price between now and Wednesday. So God bless you so much. Have a good night. See you on Saturday.